blocks, bombs, and back row beasts. These are the plays that flip the 2025 volleyball season upside down. Blink and you'll miss history being made. Welcome to Volleyball Highlights 2025. We've scoured VNL, NCAA, and leagues worldwide for 12 legit jaw droppers, monster spikes, rally-saving digs, and clutch comeback plays. Techy enough for fans, clear for everyone else. Let's hit the court. 12. Madisen Skinner's Finals Finality. In the 2025 LOVB Finals, Madisen Skinner stepped up, literally and figuratively. Her 40-inch block late in the final set not only thwarted a crucial attack, but won Austin the championship. In 3 clutch games against top-seeded opponents, sweep victories over Salt Lake and Atlanta, Skinner tallied 73 total points, including 63 kills, 6 blocks, 4 aces, and 12 digs, gaining the deserved Finals MVP award. That leap wasn't just bodily, it was historic, leaving everybody in wonder and the visiting battlers helpless. 11. Czechia vs China Women's VNL 2025 Highlights. When China played Czechia in the 2025 Women's Volleyball Nations League, the crowd was ecstatic over a defensive beauty. China dashed down the court to pursue a tightly struck swing, making a perfectly timed block that changed the whole momentum. The spiker believed she had scored, but the ball was crushed back audibly and distinctly, swinging and shifting in a single motion. That chase down block was not only a highlight but a statement. On one of the tour favorites, it reminded everybody that great defense isn't waiting, it's chasing persistently. A full court sprint, impeccable timing, and a block that altered the rally, priceless. 10. Ace served into orbit, Thailand vs Italy. Thailand released a serve that appeared to blast into orbit in their Week 2 VNL match versus Italy. 2 consecutive back-to-back aces to seal the second set, one of which was served behind the attack line. Not only was the serve swift, but it was an onslaught on world number 1. The initial ace took the Italians off guard like a can of rocket fuel, establishing the tone. And then the second one arrived, drifting in over the net from the baseline, flat-footing the defense. In a match Italy eventually won 3-0, those aces dispatched the message. Thailand's serve had bite, could break up rhythm and steal away momentum even from the best of the best opposition. It was more than a flashy statistic, superhero volleyball defiance. A reminder that in one play, the server can be a hero. 9. USA far post rescue. That save was insane. Mid-rally, USA wing Morgan Hentz actually jumped off the floor to revive a straight line movement in the USA-Poland match in Week 2 of the 2025 Women's VNL. With the ball careening toward the sideline, she jumped horizontally for a jump, slapped it back in bounds by an inch, and ignited a comeback point that caused energy back into Team USA. It wasn't even a defensive stop. It was a body dive that demonstrated pure hustle and kept the set on a string. This is a game-changing hustle, one down, next storming back into the fight, all because one person would not give up. 8. China's match point escape, a do-or-die dig to force 5. In a thrilling struggle in Hong Kong, China versus Bulgaria went to the wire. China was behind at match point with Bulgaria ready to take set 4. There followed a dramatic volleyball match with all on the line. A Chinese defense made a full extension do-or-die dig, the ball still live inches off the ground, energizing the crowd and keeping China's championship dream alive. That one miraculous save sent it into a 5th set, and China came back, claiming the final 16-14. It was not just a defensive thriller, it was a piece of heart-stopping theater in in which one hustle play turned around tournament momentum and illustrated why national teams never surrender. 7. Quick recover, Korea vs Belgium. In a Week 2 women's VNL match, Korea's setter stunned fans with an old-school pancake recovery that converted defense into offense. Following a hot rally topped by a Belgian swing, the ball ricocheted off the court, and in the very next moment, Korea's setter slid, flatlined out, and slapped the ball airborne with the signature pancake motion. Practically at the same time, she rose to deliver the ball for a thundering kill on the ensuing touch. In 2 moves, recovery and assault, she saved the point and converted momentum to Korea's column. It was a display of top-shelf reaction time, spatial memory, and millisecond-level decision-making. A waltz of desperation and accuracy, and a vintage showing of how volleyball is won on hustle plays. 6. Pinpoint cross-court bomb, USA vs Serbia. When the USA fought Serbia during Week 2 of the 2025 Women's VNL, one swing summarized the match and disaster for Serbia. As the USA gained steam in the latter stages of the 4th set, stroke by Sarah Franklin said it all about the match, and not all flash, but execution with accuracy. The ball flew flat and straight, dodging a diving defender and settling sweetly in the corner. It sparked a 6-point flurry that settled set 4 and eventually tipped the match toward the US. What was so great about it wasn't power, it was accuracy. In front of a more capable opponent in a pressure cooker, combative environment, that kill was a clinic of timing and placement. It wasn't a point, it was a game changer, a demonstration of how one swing can transfer pressure, momentum, and confidence. 5. Sky-high rally save, China vs Turkey. Week 1 of the 2025 Men's Volleyball Nations League in Xi'an was packed with drama, and none more breathtaking than Turkey's jaw-dropping defensive gem against hosts China. Less than halfway through the second set, Turkey unleashed a brutal spike. The ball screamed toward the floor, seemingly sealed. Then, in a moment of sheer reflex brilliance, a Turkish defender launched into a full extension sky-high save, flicking the ball just above the line and keeping the rally alive. That one play alone swiped the point, totally turned the momentum around. China was stunned. Turkey took off with it, and the arena crowd went berserk. That never-say-die attitude infused fuel into Turkey's rally as they fought their way to a 3-0 win, ultimately achieving their first win in dominating fashion. 4. Block flick brilliance, USA vs Cuba. Week 1 of the Men's VNL 2025 included USA vs Cuba with fireworks on display, but there was a single play that towered above the rest. When the USA needed to take the lead in a tense second set, a deafening Cuban spike appeared all but inevitable to fall on the court. That is, until USA outside hitter Taylor Averill sprinted full speed, vaulted off the air, and pulled off an amazing one-handed block flick that launched the ball soaring back onto the court of Cuba. This was not a defensive move, this was the volleyball version of a momentum earthquake. The shock block triggered a 5-point American run, turning the momentum around and allowing them to win that set convincingly. It was high-octane confirmation that top-shelf volleyball is as much about reaction as it is sheer athleticism. 3. Elite dig sequence, Serbia vs Turkey. In the Week 1 battle between Serbia and Turkey, a fiery rally threatened to get out of control until Serbia libero Marko Podraščani pulled off an amazing back row dig set. Following a vicious Turkish spike, he completed a sliding dive, then a second recovery jump to rescue the play. Serbia shifted gears smoothly into attack from there and scored the tiebreaker point, turning the momentum in the set completely around. 2. Lightning serve sequence, USA vs Iran. The Week 1 Men's Volleyball Nations League USA-Iran match in Rio produced one of the tournament's most nerve-wracking serve and defense duels. Famous for their cutting-edge serving, Team USA mounted a synchronized serving streak, including 3 straight aces over 2 rotations. The last ace let sail just beyond the back line, reduced Iran to a meltdown, disintegrating their reception and turning momentum entirely in America's favor. That serve wave not only dominated, it set the tone, putting Team USA in charge of the set for the remainder. 1. Firecracker save. Poland vs Serbia. During a fiery Week 1 matchup in Xi'an, the Poland vs Serbia clash delivered a moment that sums up elite defense. As Serbia ramped up an aggressive rally, a Serbian outside hitter unleashed a powerful cross-court attack that seemed destined to end the point. But Poland's libero, Jani Kovacic, one of the VNL's top diggers, reacted in a heartbeat. He sprinted down the backcourt, plunged into a full extension slide, and delivered a 2-touch rally swinging dig that pushed the ball back onto the court.